Oh, hey y'all, how's it going? Fatty here, and today I am bringing you another Gen 2 rat hole. I posted a poll on my channel and you guys asked for it, so here you guys go. And you guys aren't going to want to miss the number one spot. It is by far the largest and craziest space spot I've seen on Gen 2, and it is not very well utilized. You guys aren't going to want to miss it, so hang tight and let's not waste any more of your time and jump straight into it. Coming in at number 4, this one's going to be located at 50.8, 11.3. Now this one's going to be located on the Rockwell side, and it's going to be located right on this tentacle thing. Here are some of the structures, just kind of looking around where you want to, kind of go for in that general area. I like this spot because there are pretty nice spots right around it that you can kind of expand out to. But when I've been playing on a lot of Gen 2 servers, I just don't see this one utilized as much as any of the other ones. I find this one to be empty quite often. So that's what I always like to go for. I like to go for ones you don't see a ton of people into, because rat holes get exposed really easily, and that's where a lot of times like bigger tribes will go to if you're playing on a more populated server. So this spot's really nice. You can build all the way down there. I would recommend getting a cliff plat and kind of putting it up here a little bit. That way you can have turrets that are just kind of straight lined with where the entrance is. If you want to block that entrance really well, that's what you're going to need to do, is just have some turrets there. You can also put like almost a little chandelier type deal down here just so you can cover it. So if someone does PT spin or Bloodstalker in a little past it, you're still going to have some of those turrets. But yeah, there's just a bunch of room. You definitely could put some breeders around here, get most of the crafting stuff that you needed. It's a pretty solid spot. That's why it gets a number 4 on this list. Coming in at number 3, this one's going to be located at 50.7, 9.4. Now this one's definitely going to be the most common one on this list. Again, I just like to look around so you guys can kind of see generally where it's at. It's near the world border. It's really close to the last one, so it's pretty easy to find. Now this one is super solid, that's why it's definitely on this list, as well as I have to expose ItzTwonks. He's a great ARC YouTuber. Most of you guys probably know him above me, so if you're seeing this video, of course you guys know about him. Love his videos, great. We've been playing on a server that just freshly wiped. I'm not going to completely expose him, but this is his base right now. So if you guys know freshly wiped servers on Windows 10 and you're looking to find a YouTuber to kind of mess around with, hey, this is ItzTwonks spot. I mean, it's obviously a really solid spot, if good YouTubers like to use it, it's always a good indicator. There is a spot way up top. I've seen a couple people get up there. I'm not 100% sure how you do it. I think it's just kind of like one of those like chair bed method zip lines, one of those things. But yeah, this one is definitely really solid. It's going to do you well. Just make sure you put your wall far back enough that people can't shoot rockets in or just rocket run it, or you are on Gen 2 where you have just the tech suit, so you can kind of squeeze through here. Don't think you can really fit a PT if you put your turrets right. It's going to start hitting it right away. So make sure you build that wall right. If you guys want a build guide, leave a comment down below. But yeah, let's move on to the next spot. Coming in at number 2, this one's going to be located at 67.3, 29.9. Now, I've personally used this one the most out of all these spots, and it always does really well for me. It's in this cave. It's a nice little rat hole. Hey, leave me alone, man. And stop it. The one thing I really like about this one is just the fact that it's pretty big. You can definitely get a couple stalkers and breed them here. This is usually where I prefabricate a base to kind of move on to somewhere else, and it always lasts long enough to do so. The only thing is the turrets are really hard to place in here because it is really close to that edge, which makes it a little bit easier to kind of rocket run or get up here and just to do a little bit of damage. So you don't want to last here for too long. It's kind of a get in and get out kind of a situation, or expand out and take over this cave. It's 6x in this cave and it's giant. Here's one entrance to get into here, and there's 2 entrances. One's massive, that one's really small, so that one's not too bad to break up, and they are both out of turret range from each other, so you can kind of expand to both. But I wouldn't necessarily do that. If I were you, I would just prefabricate a base here, start kind of small, and then kind of move on to a bigger, better spot like this very next one. Coming in at number 1, this one's going to be located at 54.7, 27.0. Now this one's going to be located in the underbelly of the Rockwell area where like the R Reapers and stuff are. Now I don't usually show base locations like this. Here's a little V and then just fly up. You see that little hole? It is definitely a mesh spot. I don't know how long it's going to last, but Gen 2 is notoriously awful for not having a ton of base locations. So, bigger tribes need something. Little people also need something. So this one is seriously OP once you get into it. I mean, you can kind of go wherever down here. Now, this whole area that I'm showing you is like clippable, so you can jump on it, put it down. You do get kind of over into this area, and I wouldn't necessarily go over there. You can build there, but this whole area is where that loading section is, so it gets a little glitchy when you get here. So right about where that line is, I just wouldn't go past that. Everywhere else is just super easy to build, so you could build up here, turret walls, chandeliers, some breeding. That little top of the tunnel is not clippable. That's like one of the only places I really found that you do kind of like fall through just a little bit. So, go into single player, walk around, test it, or just go into your server and start placing stuff down to see where you can go. But yeah, you can put a wall all around. I don't know if you guys have ever built in North Ice or not South Ice, North Ice. One of the ice caves on Center where there's an underwater breach and people like put circle towers kind of around it, so it's like impossible just to come up. You're getting shot from every angle. If you built something like that there, this space would be just seriously unrateable until that spot got meshed. Now got banned. I'm sure it will get banned eventually just because of how crazy OP it is, but hey, it's a great spot until then. I don't really see anybody building here. I checked a couple of different servers, so it's pretty unknown, so I hope you guys like it. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you guys haven't already, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Definitely tag ItzTwonks in here. Let him know that Fatty exposed his base location on that server. Thank you guys as always, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.